in the fish room. Just gonna be working outside for a minute. Gonna build a rack for some more 20-gallon longs. So that's what I'm up to. Stick around and watch if you want to. Good day, sir. How are you? Lurking from working? Quantum? The desk too. Yeah, using it right now. May as well use it as a bit of a flat surface. Normally, when I build these fish racks, I build them in like 6-foot sections. So I'll get like an 8-foot piece of 2x4 that's perfect. And then I'll nitpick and I'll cut out what I don't like. And then I'll have like a perfectly dead straight run, like for the fish tanks. And then I don't have to put any padding or anything underneath it to kind of let it level. This time I'm gonna be just like 5 inches under what's like 90.5 inches. So I'm using just about all the 2x4 by 8, and I may regret it. but it's one straight run, and I kind of hate to. By the way, I'm thinking I'm going to build it. I might not have a rack below it, so I'm probably just going to mount it up to the wall and like leg it down for support. Um, but I may regret it because the 2x4s aren't 100% perfect because they've sat out here for, I don't know, a week or something. And so they're a little off, but if it bends this way a little, and I'll do this or that, and we'll just kind of tweak her just right, get it as close as possible, and we see what happens. So, what's going on in Texas? What's going on in Hamilton? Load up at all, we'll put that. Not here, I don't like. Always want to put the arch up, right? So when the weight gets put on her, not like this thing. Hopefully there's no arch at all, just maybe a tiny bit sometimes. I want to put that forward, ugly. These is a no Gouda. Hello, Matthew. Maybe I should have went to the lumber yard and just picked out two 2x4s, but I hate to drive all the way there for two. thing's warped, I bet. Just under half an inch. Not really all that. You build a rack out of for tanks out of 2x4. You gotta be as precise as possible. We got. Lord. What happens? You want something perfectly straight, you don't start with the first piece of the crooked 2x4. Might be all for naught. Too fussy for fourth wood. like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. Hey, Flying Bird, how are you? Everybody liking, sharing, or at least liking, subscribing? Getting rain down there, Quantum? Good storm here last night, as you know. How's everyone doing today? Good, Matthew. We're making another rack for 20-gallon tanks at about this height. It's the warped lumber. Trying to make the best out of what we got here today. It's only gonna be a rack for some shrimp tanks anyway, so. I could always go with a bunch of 15 or 10-gallon tanks if I have to, or something a little crooked, I could just use shorter tank. Won't even know. Hey Jasmine, how are you today? Yeah, if the women don't find you handsome, they better find you handy. I'm very well, thank you. So what's Darius up to today? Excuse me. Yeah, especially when you're working with bent 2x4s. Start off crooked and you end crooked. Sucks being a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to framing. Most dudes are a little sloppy when it comes to their framing. Hard to get any good watermelon nowadays. Genetically modified crap. All of them. Up a little bit on one end. Down there, when I put a leg on it, fork it, straighten out, forks it a little bit. I always space these out according to where my tank got me. One tank. Here. But I already have a rack coming this way. So I'm already gonna have an extra 13 inches. I'm gonna put a tank all the way to the end here. I'm gonna have a tank that comes all the way to here. One side of the slide. The starting point's 13 inches over here. That depends if I'm gonna have what tanks I'm gonna have along here. Get all the tanks I want there, over here. Have tanks right here. Have a space behind here, to run wires. That I have to figure out yet. Yeah, especially when you're putting something like a fish tank on top and the tank's dead straight. And if it's sitting somewhere where there's a bit of a bow, the tank's gonna either torque this way or that way a bit. It's not good for the seal. Or it'd be wobbly. So when I'm making these too, I have to take into account like the rack's gonna be here. So how long are my tanks gonna be? What kind of tank am I gonna use? Like I was saying, if I come all the way over here, or am I gonna does this row of tanks end here? And then I can put it here and have a spot to run wires. Or if I put this tank right over, and the other tank here. And it all depends what kind of tanks I'm going to use: 20 gallons, 10 gallons, or 15-gallon tanks. These tanks, 10 gallons, are like 20 something bucks, I think. These are like 48 bucks or something for the 20 longs. And then this is the whole joke here is if you go with a 15 gallon, the 15 gallons are 60 something dollars each. Have you seen that, Gord? 60 something bucks for a 15 gallon. So a 20 long's cheaper. Like it makes no sense. But they get you bent over. That's why they're like, oh, people like only got room for a little bit bigger than a 10 gallon. So they gouge right into people. Yeah, 10. Well, I was going to go with 25 gallons or 20 longs because they're pretty well my favorite tank. I can do a lot with them, like for breeding pairs or like trios. It's no problem. I do lots of water changes. They love it. They're nice and shallow, easy to work in, especially when they're on a rack up at the top. I like the 15-gallon tanks too, but I mean, to do 15 gallons over here, you're going to add on another $150 to with tax, maybe even 300, could be like 300 more just to do it in 15-gallon tanks. So it's, I don't know. And this is kind of a cold wall is the idea. I don't want to use a lot of power on this wall. I mean, it's insulated, but still exterior wall. So I was thinking I'd use it for shrimp. Like I might start getting into some Caridina shrimp and like Neo Caridinas. They don't need heat either. Like I have Neo Caridina shrimp that go all winter on the bottom rack right by the door here, uh, with no heat, and they do perfectly fine. And it's like really cold by the floor and the door. So I thought if I do shrimp along this wall, I won't have to have heat. It's also in the summer, it's close to the air conditioning. So my air conditioner's right there. So if I put the Caridina shrimp along here, and this, I make my racks 13 and a half inches. So I have a little bit of room. I can move them off the wall if I want to, but I tend to just push them right up against the wall. But 15-gallon tanks are even nicer, I think. What's surprising that I'm gonna keep more shrimp again, or that they do well in the cold? Yeah. Well, they don't breed as much. The metabolism slows down a little. I my If I want to breed shrimp, I put a hang on back filter. I give them some current and I put the heat up. Yeah, 74. I do them at 80. A lot of people say, "Oh no, the heat's not good." Man, they breed like rapid fire. The hotter it is. So again, my experience. But they do kind of slow down when you get them that cold. But they're not going to be that cold because they're what, just under 5 feet off the ground. So the heat in the room, I mean, from the ceiling, 3 feet. So in the worst case scenario, they'll be 70 degrees. Yeah. Yeah, the neocaridina do good for people. I got in that one tank, I've never changed them out like my yellow gold backs. I've never done anything with them. They're still there. I mean, it's years later, they're still in there. I've never added another group in with them either to mix up the genetics. They just slowed down on breeding a bit after like, I don't know. I think I've had them those shrimp in that tank for 5 years. But maybe they do. I do see babies, but I vacuum a lot, and the hang on back filter's got no pre-filter. So, I mean, a lot are getting pulled up into the filter. Probably some die, some live in the filter a bit. But in the summer, when I do water changes, I like to throw all the water changes into an IBC tote and then wait a couple weeks and check it out. And I can just scoop out all the different babies. It'll be like that big or something. And just get rid of them to somebody who wants them instead of them just going out onto the lawn for fertilizer or into the ground. Have you ever kept Caridina? Six. It's here, got a little bit of room for wires. That means I gotta run my first. That's 20 longs. Then I gotta go flush. I don't really have a lot of use for 10-gallon tanks here. Sometimes I put babies in them, like baby placos in them for a little bit. And then I put them in a 20-gallon on their own. But lately I've been just jumping them from the parent, the breeder box right into a 20 long. $10 are cheap, and if my rack's crooked, they'll have no problem going across it level. I really don't want, I don't know how many 10 gallons that is. 5 or 6 of them. They're 60, 90. So that's be 3 20-gallon long perfectly. And that would match the opposite side of the wall. And they're the cheapest. So I think I'll go with 20 longs. That means I only got 3 tanks of shrimp though. Guess there's a lot to consider there, isn't there? Oh, we know who's lurking. Yeah, color and species, right? Especially with the Caridina. Like, I want to get into boa shrimp, so this nice snake patterns and everything. Some cool ones. They're just a little sketchy starting out because like 3 shrimp can cost you quite a bit of money compared to like neocaradinas where you're getting them for like 3, $4. I don't know. People like neocaridina though, so they you can always move a few of them here and there. Like it's not steady, but it's like every so often, like people do want them, and it's I guess it is fairly, people can afford them and everything like that. And we're kind of getting into sketchy times right now. Well, I have the RO water, so I can do the Caridina. But yeah, like neocaridina, you just hard water is great. It's the best for them. And people could afford them even if times are a little tough. But I've done them. I've done them for so long that it's like, maybe I want to try something different. But I got room. I mean, shrimp don't need a lot of water changes, so I can always like I got 1, 2, 3 spaces underneath everything where I could put 10 gallons at the bottom rack, and they don't need a lot of water changes, so it's not like there'll be a lot of annoying work down low. So I could always put 3 10 gallons under each one of these racks along the walls. Yeah, lots to consider. And to think I've probably been trying to consider this for a few years now. I think I'll go with 20-gallon long here. It doesn't fight. Somebody does super kick. The Rottweiler. Double uppercut. I don't know. What's up, vlogger? How are you today? Hope you're doing well, inshallah. Or then forgot about boat a little bit. Push one side in, one side out. Hammer. Here's my hammer. I gotta remember all the times when it's the slowest and when it's not. Who comes, who doesn't. Cop car? Car come? Hear the dog. It's his specialty. Okay, okay. Henry, g'day, fine sir. What's going on? You good? my pen now. Pile of wood. Greetings from Africa. You're in Africa now, are you? Oh yeah, Henry from Morocco. Morocco in Africa? Got no legs. I can't put any legs. What did I miss? What's Henry doing to him, saying about himself? No, it's cold again, like regular weather. It's like, I don't know. In the fish room it's 70 right now. So it's like 65 out. It's cool here all day after the rain last night. Cooled right down. All that summer air from wherever it came from is gone. Okay, Henry. 68 to 70 ideal temperature. I like 74. So Canadian, we're gonna be getting picky and complaining about the weather no matter what it is, right? So countries, they don't complain about anything, but we complain about things, and it's usually always the weather. No, that's not fair. Somebody's barbecuing out here. Oh, that's cruel. I haven't eaten breakfast even yet today. Something about the smell of barbecue in the air. Killing me. Killing me. Oh, you're an Irishman too, eh? Would you look at that? I'm Scotch Irish or Irish Scotch. Good afternoon from Maine. There's another fellow that could have some Irish in him. How are you today, Rangeley? Beautiful weather there. What's your temp? A little warmer than us? I guess we're only 400 and I don't know, 400 something miles away. 70, yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, yeah, they're right up against us. Most of my not most of my family, but enough of my family just all moved out to the East Coast, either Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. Everybody's retiring out there because it's beautiful houses, cheap. People are really, really friendly. Everyone looks after each other out there like the old ways. Oh man, I'll tell you, I got bit all across the top of my head yesterday from them. I don't know what it was, flies or something. I hope it wasn't my rubbing wet hands from that pond on my head. Gave me some bumps or some wild kind of something. Pretty sure it's from the bugs that were biting me. I got like bumps right across the top here, driving me nuts. Yeah, you're less than an hour. Nice. Yeah. Nova Scotia, likely. Yeah, they were just little wee baby black flies. I think we're just getting them, but they were like swarming me a bit and driving me nuts. And so probably was them. But it's all swollen up today and really itchy. So mosquito bugs bites don't normally do that to me. Some species of mosquitoes do, but that's I didn't know I learned something on YouTube every day. I didn't know Maine had mountains. Definitely snow on the shady side of things. Oh, I see, yeah. So not super huge mountain, like not like Rocky Mountains, but like Pennsylvania style hills, like big hills. Sugarloft is 30 minutes, 4,200 elevation. Fly fishing. Oh, beautiful, yeah. If I lived in Maine, I'd wish for a commercial fishing job or something. I like working on boats. Gord, you lasted pretty long on Mary's channel last night. Surprised you didn't get scared off earlier. Oh, nice. Oh, you hopped off, but then ended up watching the end of it. That's good. Yeah, they're big into snowmobiling. He did lurk days earlier, yeah. Mhm. Gets crazy over there, but that's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. She has a lot of fun too. She's shy in real life, so it's a good place where she can let loose. Takes a brave woman to act like that, like be crazy. Yeah. I was fishing yesterday. Wish you luck. Hope you catch some trout or something. Trout or salmon. I don't know what you're fishing for. Some brook trout. Takes a while to do stuff here when you're taking breaks to read comments, but that's okay. It's fun. Something to do. Yeah. No, YouTube's her safe place, but outside of that, she's just a really sweet, shy girl. Don't drink. Hang over the toilet and pray, I guess. I don't know. Depends how bad the hangover is, I guess. Generally, you get to a certain age and it doesn't agree with you anymore. Yeah. It smells like Versace in here, pal. So funny, Gord. Your spleen is damaged. Yeah, it's probably your liver. I hope you had fun, I guess. If it was fun, it might be half worth it. Man, I can't believe I look like someone who stinks. But thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate it. You guys are all really good encouragement. What keeps me coming back for more. So thank you. Yeah. I don't do well in large groups anymore either. I like I like my peace. I used to be the opposite, but yeah, it gives people an outlet. So I like fish keeping too because it's peaceful. Fish room's a peaceful place to be. I'm surprised we only got one troll today though. Pretty light work for you today. Oh my, that's a Mary GMDS shirt. It's one of her characters, Sugar Plum. It's, it's actually Bad Grandpa. One of the acts that we requested and turned into one of Mary's favorite characters. Kind of looks like someone who would rob a bank or something, right? That's what I always think. Like some kind of costume you'd see in a movie or something. They dress up and go rob a bank looking like that. But she has done such skits, but also I guess she's gotten in trouble a couple times for some of her skits, the things she does in the skits. For some reason, you talk about doing certain things, or I don't know. She got in trouble one night for doing like a 007, and so did I actually. Uh, Acting, pretending to be a spy or whatever, got banged off the internet for that. And one day she had like a toy, uh, like a like a cat gun or whatever, and a water gun. Got in trouble for that too. And so you never know. But they were awesome acts, so it was worth it. What are you working on today, Darius? You good? Hope your chest's feeling better. No name. These screws are from Princess Auto. Doing some scrapping, eh? Hauling some metals. Good. Oh, you're thinking about that, eh? Yeah, it'd be neat and people would be interested to see it on the internet too. And there's lots to learn about tilapia and farming tilapia, different ways to keep them. And you can grow some, like put a board or two across the back, put some hanging mesh pots or something in it, or let the roots grow into the water. I don't know if you put a little screen around the roots, the tilapia won't be able to eat all the roots. Uh, and it'd be pretty cool. You could grow some tomatoes or something out of it as well. And the plants would suck out all the nitrite and ammonia or anything that's in the water. The plants would keep the water cleaner for longer. And the cool part about IBC totes is if they all made to drain into the middle and the bottom. So whenever there's enough poop in the bottom or something from the fish, you just open the thing and blow out all the poop. So it's, and then you just add fresh water. It's simple as anything. no, you're hanging in there, Gord. All right. Eat a dogger. Speaking to the lurkers. No, like just don't smash the fish tank here. That'll work. You're a damn fine mod, though, I'll tell you that. Really helping getting things going, I can tell. How many pounds is 320 longs? Like 600, just under 600 pounds? I don't know, I guess I like to do 4 braces, but over 8 feet. I'll do one on either end and double it up in the middle together, sandwich for some legs down to the wall. Should be good. 8 pounds a gallon. Okay. So so 160 each. I only have one rack that just get a tiny bit of sag, but we're talking some time now too. It's only a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. That's over 61 inches. Top right here, either end. Like cut that down to 40, 42 1/4 inches. So there'll be no sag if I do 3. Yeah, 480 gallons. Yeah, that's minor. It'll be good. It'll never sag. Plus, I put it up against the wall and I slightly raise it just a tiny bit on the front, and that should just slightly force the weight back onto the wall. And it's worked pretty good so far. And you don't notice that there's a slight raise in it at all. And that should just kind of set the weight a little more on the back than the front. So that's what I've been doing. It works. So I wondered when I started using 2x4 instead of 2x6, but 2x6 is overkill. Yeah, like if you're standing at the end, you still can't even really tell. Although I don't know how that's going to work when I'm joining onto that one if I want it flush. But that's my starting line anyway, so you won't even notice. That'll be good. Yeah, I'm I'm good with build roughing in stuff. I'm not good at finishing like I don't know, I can't finish kitchens. I'm a good painter, but I can't do kitchen counter work and stuff like that. I can do some plumbing. I'm good at electrical, like really good. I should have went to school for one of these things instead of just doing this or that, but I've learned a lot. My main thing always when I was younger is I wanted to learn different enough of different trades so that when I was older and owned a house that I wouldn't have to work as hard to afford to bring guys in to do the work on my house for me. So I could build my own home and maintenance maintenance the house pretty well. So saves a lot of money knowing a little bit of this and that. I shouldn't have left this out in the sun. Rain. Wobble. Number one tip when you're doing any kind of work with any lumber, get the lumber, pick out the lumber yourself, get the very best. Don't let them lumberyard guys put any junk on your trailer and immediately leave everything stacked nicely on the trailer. Pull everything off of the trailer. Use it up immediately the first day or two because they sell all the lumber they sell is a little damp to begin with usually, and if you dry it out, you end up with problems, and if you let it sit out and get wet, you get a little problems. So the best thing you can do is just get your lumber, keep it stacked good, use it up immediately, and it'll save you a nightmare. Never buy lumber, like never get a bit of money and say, okay, well, I'm gonna buy lumber. I'm gonna save the lumber and then I'm gonna build something when I get enough lumber to build it. Don't do it. Just get the lumber you need for each stage, build each stage as you go with fresh stuff right away. And you'll save yourself a lot of money in the end and time. That's my biggest tip. You work for a drink company, don't you, Darius? Like bottling or canning? I don't know. I seen some kind of cool little spot you were working in one of your shorts. I wouldn't mind a job like that because it's clean. It's clean and you're indoors. Okay. So it's like, is it all canned wine, like coolers, like vodka cooler, cans of vodka coolers or beer, but like wine? I don't know, there's some pretty cool little machines you had there. Bottles and can, but just wines, yeah. So do you guys make wine in-house and then bottle it? Making wine's a valuable art to know. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's a good little operation then. You get to learn a bit about everything. Here, take a peek. Usually like to use the factory edge. It's a little wavy. I'm cutting this off. Might screw me up a little bit. I didn't get there, but I can put that to the wall. Make a nice cut along here, an extra cut. At least I'll get a, it won't be wavy in here. too. You feel like a mad scientist, probably, yeah. You are a chemist when you're mixing up the batches of wine. It is chemistry. About that side. always like putting a nice factory edge on the outside. Pretty good cut. These old grand models. That is like good stuff. And then my new Milwaukee. Marijuana. I think you need lids for the top of your tanks for them guys. They're jumpers. Yeah, you just look at some YouTube channels or go to some pet stores, check out what catches your eye, and then YouTube everything you can about them. And then you'll be like, that doesn't really fit for me. Some people like slow swimming fish. Some people like a mix of, like if you have a community tank where you have different species, some fast top water fish, some mid water fish, and maybe like a pleco for the bottom or something. And then every bit of your tank has a bit of action going on. And when you feed, one fish gets the next, whatever hits the bottom, the pleco will eat, or maybe some fish will go down and pick off the bottom of a bit. So you just learn about some species you like and whether they get along together. But I find fish that are like, unless there's an absolute ton of them, like certain fish that like swim back and forth really fast kind of gives me like anxiety and I don't like it. I kind of like relaxing fish that go around. So like some Ultima Angels would be really nice. Some nice angel fish. And then mainly depending on like how big you get them at the store and how big they're going to grow, it will determine how big a tank you want to get. And hey, Vibes, how's it going? How are you tonight on this fine evening? I just find that super fast moving fish give me anxiety if they're racing back and forth. And you can tell like they really want more space to swim. It just gives me like I don't like it. Makes me anxious. So I like plecos and angelfish and just fish that are content in a a relatively decent sized tank. Something that's not you're not gonna it's grow too fast on you. Something you can keep for a long time. How did I grow them out? Uh, well, I got some at 14 inches and grew them out to like 16. And other ones I got like at this big and, was working with them around 12 inches. Right now, vibes, we're just building a rack. Um, so a rack for 320 gallons on this wall over here, just to give you kind of a bit of an idea. So probably going to be more 20s across there, and then three more on that wall. It's just about under 8 feet here. So there's enough room for 320 longs. And on this wall, I think I can get 420 longs. But I was thinking about a few on this wall. I was also thinking about maybe some 33-gallon longs. They're a little pricey here, but they're pretty neat. What's out of your league? L25s and the likes? Pseudocanthicus? They're my favorite species or subspecies, but they're awesome. I just got rid of my L600s and L14s. Just before that, got rid of the L24 and L25s. And I had some bad luck with the L25s jumping out of tanks, believe it or not. They kept in the last winter, they kept ending up out on the concrete floor. Like they'd get a spot like this by the hang on back filter and they'd get out. But they were so much better when they were in IBC totes. But I wanted to see them. I mean, they're so beautiful, right? So like you want to see them in a nice glass aquarium. But I was having a hard time. Next time if I do it, I'd just do like a screen mesh and instead of hang on backs, like big hang on backs, I'll have to use you know, different kind of filtration like canisters. But I hate paying for the canister filters. Because I don't know, in the States it's cheaper, but here they're like 400 to 600 and something bucks each. And it just gets too much, like when you're talking about, two or three or four tanks of them. I mean, and the way I do everything is I do everything on the cheap. So how was Aquashella vibes if you're still here? I didn't get a chance to watch your recap today. Oh, everything's just because of inflation and what's going on with you guys down there. We're just getting hammered. And what's going on with the fuel prices is just put everything through the roof. So inflation, trade war, and wars overseas. we're always like a little higher price than everything. Like, I guess our money's a little less valued than in the US. So, and that's pretty normal. But lately, I think everything's getting a little tough. Yeah. And there's not as much work right now as a result because people are kind of like a little afraid to spend some money. People got money, but they're just being conservative with it right now. So they're not spending as much. Well, like even the aquarium trades down, trades are down, building houses is slowed down. We're not the only country going through it either. So yeah, like I don't know if you disagree with what I'm saying or seeing, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing. So, but it is slowed down. Oh no. The crazy guy just subscribed to my channel that we're having a problem with. Oh man. Yeah. I haven't been able to sell many fish or anything. I don't generally sell a lot of fish, but I always have like something up for sale, but I can tell right now it's slowed down. But it's the time of the year as well. Dude, Rezik, man. I don't know how you're doing this, but you got to behave yourself on the internet, all right? Like, you- I don't know, man. I can't tell you that. Sorry, dude. Like, I hate to do that, but you can't be talking to Mary. You can't be talking about stuff like that. So, unfortunately, dude, you're not welcome here. I hate to be this way, but you've done yourself in. You crossed some pretty brutal lines, dude. Like, you should be getting reported. Like, again, yeah, the goat, the greatest of all time. I don't know. Depends where you're from when you call someone a goat. In some places, it's like the, the worst thing you can say, but it's so funny. But yes, I understand the context, sister. How did your live streams go today? Well, nice that you took the time to stop by. I'm just doing some building over here. I don't know how that guy just was able to comment on the channel. He said some pretty terrible, terrible things to Mary, so minimal super chats. It happens. You have good days, though. They can't all be grand. Ooh, it's getting cold here. Is it warm now over where you are? You got like hiding from the heat? Yeah, I don't know because that channel, that exact channel is reported and blocked like 4 times. So I don't know how it keeps coming back the same channel. But if you're watching, unfortunately, you're reported like several times. And I don't do that. Like I don't snitch out on people. So it's you got to really cross the line to get that out of me. No, I don't have subscribers only turned on, but I mean, if you're blocked and reported, you shouldn't be able to be commenting on the live chats or on my page. Like was commenting yesterday, like some bad stuff again about marrying another moderator and me, and it just went straight to studio, but it wouldn't show on my under my videos or my posts. Scorching heat. I hate to even talk about it. I don't want to give, you know, it's like talking about evil people. You don't want to give them any nothing. Always sitting in the air conditioned rooms. Yeah, I see. Why is Darius live right now? Or are you just looking for one or the other? I don't know when you sleep. You're up, up all night live streaming. You must have got 2 hours of sleep. Just burning it at both ends, making the money, making the dream happen. Must be something YouTube does to everybody. If I put subscribers on only, it'll slow down early growth, I think. It's only something you I think I'd only do it once I had a certain amount of subscribers. Yes, I understand. We should all save money when we're younger too, so Save a bit, spend a bit. Work while you got the power, 'cause later on you won't have the power in you. Ooh, it's cold. Oh, you're back, Vibes. I asked you how was Aquashella. I didn't get a chance to watch your recap today yet. Did you enjoy yourself? Was there what I was wondering is how many people come to those shows? Like, did they do all right this year? Or Vibes is a really sweet guy. Really good to help pull everyone together. Yeah, the more people, the better, right? So I'll have to get down to one of these conventions. Be a great time to meet everybody, that's for sure. Hello, official. Welcome to the channel. Yeah. So I've met a real like we have a great community here on YouTube, really. Like I always say, it's better to work together and build communities than it is to like go into like trying to direct competition or this or that. It's better if everyone just helps each other out the whole way up. We all got to start from somewhere. So I appreciate each and every one of you for your help. This Vibes has helped too. I've got, I don't know, 15 subscribers at least from you giving me shout outs on your live stream. And I've got, I don't know, at least 30 or 40 from the sisters. And all my mods and friends are on Mary's channel. And so, like, everybody's connected somehow that's a subscriber to me, and everyone's friends with each other. So, it's a really good thing. I better rip this board quick. It's getting cold. I want to put the tools away. Shut the door in the fish room. Just so you know, that wasn't my best cut. probably my worst cut in 2 years. It was still better than most. Runs that through the tabletop tomorrow. Not gonna be bad. Yes, I'm from Ontario, Canada. Thanks for stopping by the channel. What are you crying for? You time somebody out? Oh yeah, that's Mary. That's you're gonna have to get some merch next too. Yeah, subscribe if you would, or just smash a like. Thank you. Great work, mods. Yeah, I'll get some merch when I get a little more subscribers. This company that Mary's using, these sweaters are the most comfortable, best lasting, uh, awesome. Everything. First, she had some merch that was like, it was like test it out. It's like not gonna sell that, but this stuff's like really good. So I'll probably use that same company. I don't know the name of it, but It's all like super good quality. And this is like on the website, it's like they have like two levels of like sweaters quality, like that is you can go on our site and buy. And like this is like the cheaper one, and it's like way better than anything you buy in the stores. So I got quite a few sweaters. So I'll probably get some made up with some pleco. I should make a logo. I'm gonna go get a limited liability, uh, personal setup, and then I'm gonna get a logo and make up a few things for advertisement a little bit. Some stickers. Yeah, really sweet Pleco logo. Everyone uses like you know, the zebra Pleco. I'll use one of the other ones. Maybe like a really cool cartoon L33 super white or something. I would do the L25, but I don't have any, so I might be a bit of a poser that way. But they make some Plecos look pretty good actually on the front of hats. Got no problems today with this tank. So that's good. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to get some merch, some hats at least. I don't know. I never like how's it work with these companies? Like, do they just take us do they just print when there's an order and take a little bit off the top? Because I'm not gonna like until you have a large subscriber base, then you can afford to buy like a print and a press and all that, like lots of bigger channels do. And that's how you make your really good money. But I mean, those machines are 50, 100 grand each. You can get them on Amazon for cheaper, but I mean, I don't know how good any of them work because you might do like two or three washes and then whatever. But this one's just starting to go, but a little bit. There's like tiny little bits of cracks. But I mean, I'm like at least 100 washes in, and I put it right in the dryer and I don't turn it inside out or nothing. And it's like, so it's like a good company. Whoever she's using, I'll use that too. That's funny because actually this character is like one of the things she says, Grandpa's on fire. But yeah, there's some companies that sell the sweaters and they don't mail it out in time. The quality's not great. And then other companies, the quality's awesome and everything ships out on time. Yeah, my luck is I'd press all the logos in the wrong spot or something. Had a good hangout, did you? Yeah, it's getting really cold again right now. All that warm summer air that came up from you guys is gone now. Hard to see the whiptails in there right now. Yeah, it's hard to see everything in this fish room on this camera, but yesterday the one whiptail was like turned all white. Almost all of it was white, and I was like, "Oh, I hope that's okay." It was just like mimicking the sand, so it was really neat to see. Trying to catch this 136 in here. I don't know where it went. I got a couple 136 C's in there. The one hiding in the back. Couple of them. They're gonna be really nice. He's cool. He's always causing me problems eating eggs, making me mad. If you can't see any ocelots, they're all hidden right now. Trying to see what you guys are seeing here. Opening those. Babies in there eating away. I think there's about 20, 25 in there. Queen Arabesque. They're about my favorite fish, really. Especially the juveniles. They're stunning. Uh, there's a whack of little babies in here, but you can't really see them. I think there's like 40 something and little guys about that yay big in there. I only have 10 species right. Yeah, 11 species right now. So I'm just reading up all these comments. Okay, Vibes, take care. Thanks for stopping by. All these machine oxygen pumps. Yeah, the air pumps. I need to get a good one and run lines from one quiet one to all the tanks. Right now I'm using a bunch of little ones that are loud. Do I think regarding bringing the fish tanks, Mark, help you out to select the amazing ones? What do you want me to do? Pull out the fish, select some nice ones? Select the nicest ones for breeding. That's what we do here. Or maybe you'll come here and steal all the fish and bring them to Darius. He'd be happy about that. Yeah, these fish are super shy. They seem to even notice the camera. Like if I put the camera up to the tank and leave it, they won't come out. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I better put this tool away. Stop. Oh, everyone left. That's what I get. I should probably end this live stream anyways. Go make some breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate you. I should probably go, yeah. Been been a few hours at least. Gotta rack up some hours, right? Got a long way to go to the first 3,000. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.